Hi everyone, and welcome to my all-new show, The Elite Performer. My name is Sally Guest. I'm a high-performance coach specializing in elite performance. The Elite Performer is a show all about sharing inspired ideas and wisdom with people who have dedicated their lives to developing human potential and performance. So I'm really excited about today's guest. Today I've invited Diana Lidstone of the Entrepreneur's GPS onto the show. Now, I find Diana hugely inspiring, and I'm really excited to have a bit of a chat with her today and hear what she's got to say about elite performance herself. So this new show is really we're going to really cut it down and keep it short and sharp so you can walk away with some great value in a short amount of time. So thank you so much, Diana, for being here today. And maybe you could share with the viewers your vision and mission and what you're here to do.
Hi, Sally. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm very grateful for that. I
Great
look
to have
forward.
you here.
Yeah, it's good. Good to have a nice little chat.
Absolutely.
So my mission, it's interesting that you ask that. So I have this mission to help 1 million women who are solo entrepreneurs to build profitable businesses.
Wow.
And once they build those profitable businesses, then they're able to, live those lives that they truly, truly want to live. So that's my mission. It's a big one, but like you said, if you don't think big, you won't go big.
Exactly, exactly. So that's quite an extraordinary mission to be on. And so I've been to your event, Prosper in Ottawa, which was extraordinary event. Like we walked away with so much value. And on that day, we were talking about all about money. I mean, you talk about profitable businesses. I mean, there'll be people watching today that are career driven and not necessarily solopreneurs. So let's just talk about money for a second. And what is the first place that you would go with a client who is wanting to master their money or become an elite performer around their finances?
Well, it's interesting. And, it wasn't something that I learned, a long time ago about money. It was something that really has come to me over the process of working with clients. And that is that we all have a money story that,
Hmm.
and a little, critic that sits on our shoulder. And this money story that we have is based on our past experiences. It's based on things we see, things we hear, things we've experienced around money. And the fact is that you can have, for solopreneurs or even career people, you can have the best intentions. You can have the best marketing. You can have the best message out there. You can be doing the best work. But if your old money story is telling you something about, money is dirty, or money doesn't grow on trees, or money is evil, or I'm not worth money, anything like that, that will innately keep you from doing the activities that you need to do to be an elite performer. So it goes back to our old money stories. And so one of the things that I work with people through is to identify what that is. And then we talk about rewriting, and I call it a money proclamation.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Tell me
yeah.
more about that.
So a money proclamation would be a saying
Hmm.
that for you is true and that you can say, and it helps you rewrite in your mind, going from your old money story on one side to a new money proclamation. So it's kind of like rewiring your neural pathways, and you keep saying it and keep saying it, and you believe it. And once you start believing it and feeling that emotion of believing it, um, the money blockages tend to dissipate. So, a new money proclamation. So, I have mine on my wall here because we all have money issues. So this one says, I have all the training and knowledge I need right now to help my clients grow their businesses. With
Absolutely. And I know that from your event.
thank you. And it says, and I'm worth every dollar I charge. So you see, I have these issues. Like, everybody has some issue. Not all of us like to, display it publicly, but since I've stood on a stage in front of 100 people and told them that I had money issues about the value of what I offer. And so if we can rewrite that story, and I call it a proclamation because I think we need to shout it from the highest trees, or we really need to get it out there. And so that's your money proclamation. And that can really have a huge shift. It's a little hard for some people to look at that first.
Yeah.
They'd rather try to fix other things, but the truth is our growth starts where? With ourselves.
Absolutely. And I'm a firm believer. I mean, dealing with all that other stuff that you're talking about is really just dealing to the symptoms. You got to get into the root cause, and the root cause is always the beliefs that you hold.
Yeah.
So, so I love saying what you're here to learn is what you're here to teach. And so, what was it that you learnt along the way that you are now here to teach people? Like, what are you fundamentally here teaching people about money?
I think it's twofold. I think it's about changing that money conversation. And I think that money conversation doesn't matter whether you're in business, doesn't matter if it's in your home life, but it affects everything that you do. So if you think money is dirty and you're avoiding money at home, well, are you running up credit card debt? How is it affecting you? In business, very often I see people, so I had a client and she would go to networking, she would say her intro, but she still wasn't getting leads and prospects. And I went, what is it? Well, to her, was a money avoider.
Right.
And so when she would talk about her intro and who she wasn't saying it with confidence and conviction because she couldn't do it because she wanted to avoid having those money conversations.
Wow.
So I think what I'm here to teach is that you have to believe in yourself. And it's interesting that for a number of years, the word believe was my word that I had to, focus on. And when I'm teaching people about business, it's about, I've broken it down into 4 parts. And I say, first you have to dream about what kind of business or career or whatever it is you want.
Yep.
And you have to paint that picture, if you will, in real detail. Then you have to believe it. Then you have to plan it. And then you have to go out and achieve it.
Absolutely.
So really 4 things. And, I can put stuff down on paper and I can dream about it. I've had to work really hard on believing it. I'm a really good planner and I'm a really good action taker. So it's that one in the middle there that I have to work on. And yeah, I think for a lot of us, that's what it is.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's all about beliefs, as I was saying before. So that's really, really powerful. So we are almost at the end of this wonderful time together. So I'd like you to just leave the viewers with just one piece of advice. What is the one biggest piece of advice you can give to a high achiever who's wanting to become an elite performer, in particular around their money?
It takes a village. I believe that we think we can do it ourselves. We really believe we can do it ourselves, but we can't do it unless we have the support of somebody else who believes in us. And so whether it's getting a coach, whether it's being part of a mastermind, whatever it happens to be, it takes a village for an elite performer to be an elite performer. They all have, whether it's an athlete, they have coaches, and sometimes it's not 1, but 2, but 3. in career, in life, in business. I think it it takes a village, and you need that support. So
Absolutely. That's sage advice. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Diana. Always a pleasure speaking to you. And I will put all your details on the bottom of the screen so people can get in touch with you if they'd like. But yeah, thank you very much.
my pleasure, Sally. Look forward to talking with you again.